Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine and welcome to today's maths class. So in the last class we discussed about the ratio, how to find ratio, when we can find ratio, what is ratio, what are equivalent ratios, how do we find equivalent ratios, we studied in the previous class. Now with that knowledge we are going to solve some of the questions from exercise number 12.1. So look at our textbook, page number 251, exercise number 12.1, the second bit. Out of 30 students in a class, 6 like football, 12 like cricket, 6 like football and 12 like cricket, and the remaining like tennis. Find the ratio of number of students liking football to number of students liking tennis, number of students liking cricket to the total number of students. So here what happened, a class is there. In that class we have 30 students are there in the class. How many children are there? 30 students are there in the class. Out of 30, so some people they are interested in some games. 6 children are interested in the football and this 12 like cricket. The rest are remaining. The remaining students are interested in tennis. So what is the strength of the class? Total number of students is equal to, it is 30. Number of students interested in tennis. Number of students interested in tennis. Number of students interested in tennis. How many children are interested in tennis? Yes, it is 6. Then some children are interested in cricket. How many are there? Yes, it is 12. Number of children interested in or number of students? Number of students interested in tennis. Number of children or students? Children interested in cricket. So how many children are interested in cricket? 12. The remaining children are interested in tennis. One more game is there, tennis. So how many students are interested in tennis? Yes, it is by subtracting the total students who are interested in tennis and cricket, this sum from the total strength of the class, we will get the number of students interested in tennis. Therefore, number of students interested in tennis is equal to number of students interested in tennis. See here, the number of students interested in not in it is tennis, it is football. This is football and tennis. How many are there interested in tennis? That is the difference. That is from the total strength 30 minus some of the students interested in football and cricket. That is 6 plus 12, 18. 6 plus 12 is 18. 30 minus 18 it is 12. Now we know the number of students who are interested in tennis. Now we have to find the ratio of the students who are interested are liking football to the number of students liking tennis. So liking football to the students interested in tennis. So football is to tennis. Football is to tennis. So how many children are interested in football? Yes, it is 6 children. That is 6 is to 12 children are interested in tennis. 12 children are interested in tennis. That is 6 ones are 6, 6 12s are 2, 6 2s are 12. Therefore, the ratio is 1 is to 2. 1 is to 2. Similarly, find the ratio of children who are liking the cricket to the total number of students. Cricket to the total number of students. We make it is 5s are 13. 6 2s are 12 and 6 5s are 13. Therefore, the required ratio is 2 is to 5. 2 is to 5. Like this, we will find the ratios which are asked. Here, in a class, 30 students are there. In that 30 students, 6 are interested in football, 12 are interested in cricket. The rest of the children are interested in tennis, the third sport. So, how many children are interested in tennis? That is 30 minus 18. What is 18? Some of the children who are interested in football and cricket. Then we will find the required ratios. Clear? Right. Now, next we have the fourth question. Similarly, we have one more question. This is the fourth question. Distances travelled by Hamid and Akhtar. Hamid and Akhtar in an hour are 9 kilometers and 12 kilometers. Distance travelled by Hamid is 9 kilometers. Akhtar it is 12 kilometers in 1 hour. Find the ratio of speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar. Speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar. So what is given here? The distance travelled by the two persons Hamid and Akhtar are given 9 kilometers and 12 kilometers respectively in 1 hour. In 1 hour. Then we have to find the ratio of speed of Hamid to speed of Akhtar. So what is the formula to find speed? Speeds are not given directly. Speed is equals to distance by time taken. Distance by time taken. Now we can find their speeds. Then we can find the ratio of their speeds. So Akhtar, distance travelled by Akhtar, or you can write Hamid. Distance travelled by distance travelled by, it is Hamid. How much it is? 9 kilometers. 9 kilometers. Time is equal to, yes, 1 hour for both Akhtar as well as Hamid. It is 1 hour. Now distance travelled by Akhtar. Akhtar, how much distance he travelled? Yes, it is 12 kilometers. 12 kilometers. Now speed is equal to, we have the formula, speed is equal to distance divided by speed. Distance divided by time taken. Distance divided by time taken. So distance is given and time also is given. Find the speed of Akhtar or find the speed of Hamid. Speed of Hamid. Hamid is equal to, distance it is 9 kilometers by time is equal to 1 hour. That is 9 kilometer per hour. 9 kilometer per hour. Similarly, speed of Akhtar is, speed of Akhtar. Speed of Akhtar it is 12 kilometers divided by 1 hour. That is 12 kilometer per hour. 12 kilometer per hour. Now speed of Hamid to speed of Hamid. Find the ratio of speed of Hamid to speed of Akhtar. Speed of Akhtar. Yes. Speed of Hamid is 9 kilometer per hour and is to 12 kilometer per hour. So they have the same units. Cancel the units, kilometer per hour and kilometer per hour. Now 9 and 12. Sorry. 9 and 12 both are multiples of 3. So divided 3. 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. That is equals to 3 is to 4. 3 is to 4 is the ratio of speed of Hamid to speed of Akhtar. Speed of Hamid to speed of Akhtar. Sometimes they may ask you, find the speed of Akhtar to speed of Hamid. So first we should choose the speed of Akhtar, then speed of the Hamid. That will be as what? 4 is to 3. All these are the applications of a ratio. Clear? Yes. Now we'll discuss one more question. Eighth question. In a year, Seema earns 1,50,000 rupees and saves 50,000 rupees. Find the ratio of Meena that she earns, money that Seema earns to the money she saves. Money that she saves to the money she spends. So here two things are there. So Meena, an employee, her salary is there. She earned 1,50,000 rupees in 1 year. In that 50,000 rupees she saved. Then what is the expenditure? What is the amount which is spent? Spent amount is, yes, the total income minus savings. Total income minus savings. That is 1,50,000 rupees minus 50,000 rupees. We will get how much? 1 lakh rupees is the expenditure. Now they are asking you to find the ratio of money that Seema earns to the money she saves. Earnings to the savings. Earnings is 1,50,000. Savings it is just 50,000 rupees. We can find the ratio. B-bit. Money that she saves to the money she spends. Spends means expenditure. How much she saved? It is rupees 50,000. And how much she was expenditure is how much it is? It is 1 lakh rupees. Find the ratio between them. Is it clear, children? So what is the income of earnings of Seema? Earnings of Seema. Earnings of Seema in a year. How much it is? Yes, rupees 1,50,000. Savings. How much is her savings? Yes, it is 50,000 rupees is her savings. Then spent amount is equals to how much she spent? Spent amount is equals to total earning, that is 1,50,000. 1,50,000 minus 1,50,000 minus savings is 50,000. So how much it is? 1,50,000 minus 50,000, it is 1 lakh. That is rupees 1 lakh rupees is her spent amount, expenditure. Now you find the ratio of find the money that she saves to the amount she earns. How much she earns? It is find the amount or find the ratio that the money she earns to the amount she saved. So what is the amount here? It is the earnings is to earnings is to savings. How much she saved? This ratio we have to find. Earning is how much? 1,50,000 rupees. 1,50,000 rupees is to savings. It is 50,000 rupees. So now here 4 zeros, and these 4 zeros you cancel. Both are multiples of 5. 5 ones are 5. 5 threes are 15. Therefore, what is the ratio? Yes, it is 3:1. It means that out of 4 rupees, from 3 rupees, her income is 3 rupees. In that she spent, see, her savings is 1 rupee, and the remaining 2 rupees is her spent amount. That is expenditure. Is it clear? Now we have to find the ratio of money that she saves to the money that she spent. Savings to the spent amount. So next bit is find the ratio of savings to the amount spent. Savings, how much it is? 50,000 rupees. That is 50,000 is to spent. It is how much? 1 lakh. Spent is 1 lakh rupees spent amount. So 4 zeros, and here 4 zeros are cancelled. 5 ones are 5. 5 twos are 10. That is 1:2. 1:2 is the ratio of her money that is she saved to the amount she spent. 1 rupees is saving and 2 rupees is spent. Total her income will become what it is? 3 rupees. Out of 3 rupees of her income, 1 rupee is her her expenditure. Like this we can find the required ratios. Right. Next we have one more question, that is the 10th question. See, in a college, out of 4,320 students, 2,300 are girls. So total how much strength is there of that school or college? 4,320 students are there in the college. In that 2,300 are girls. Find the ratio of number of girls to the number of students. Yes, we know the girls it is 2,300 and the total strength it is 4,320 students. Number of boys to the number of girls. We don't know how many boys are there. Yes, how do we find boys? From the total strength of the college, you subtract the number of girls, we get the number of boys. If we subtract number of boys, we will get the number of girls. So we can find the ratio. Next, number of boys to the number of students. Number of boys to the number of students. So here we have total students is equals to how much? Total students is equals to 4,320 and girls are, how many girls are there? Yes, 2,300. Now boys will be how many? How many boys are there? Yes, the total strength 4,320 minus 2,300. So when you subtract 0 minus 0, 0, 2 minus 0, 2, 3 minus 3, 0 and 4 minus 20 is 2. How many boys are there? 2,020. That is 2020. 2,020 boys are there. 2,300 girls are there. So here the domination is girls. Number of girls are more than the number of boys here. Now find the ratio of number of girls to the total strength. Total students. Number of girls to the total students. That is girls is to total students. Total students. Number of girls to the total students. That is girls are how many? 2,300 is to total strength is 4,320. Go for cancellations and you can write it here. That is 2,300 divided by 4,320. Yes, 0 and 0 will be cancelled. Now both are divisible by 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, bring 2 12, 2 6 are 12. And this is 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. Now if this round number is not divisible by 2, check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 5, 7, no divisible. Then 4, no. 5, it is not divisible. 6, no. 7, 7 ones are 7, 45, no. 8, no. 9, 9 ones are 9, 25, no. 10, no. 11, no. So what is the ratio which we get? This the co-prime numbers we get 115 is to 216. That is the ratio of girls to ratio of the total students. Now boys to girls, find the ratio of number of boys to number of girls. Number of boys to number of girls. So how many boys are there? Yes, 2,020 is to 2,300. So find the ratio. 2,020 divided by 2,300. 0 0 cancel. 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. This is 2 1s are 2, 2 zeros are 0, 2 1s are 2. 101 is a prime number. Therefore they are not divisible by any other number other than 1. Therefore the ratio is 101 is to 115. 101 is to 115. Next see it we have number of boys to the total strength. Number of boys to the total strength. Boys is to total students. Total students. So how many boys we have? is to total strength is 4,320. 4,320. Now find the ratio. 2020 divided by 4,320. 0, 0 cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 zeros are 0, 2 ones are 2. Similarly here, 2 threes are, 2 twos are 4, 2 ones are 2 sixes are. So how much to get? 101 is to 216. Like this, we will find the ratio of boys to total students, boys to girls, and girls to total students. Is it clear, children? Yes. Now we will discuss one more question. That is 16th question. Present age of father is 42 years. Present age of father is 42 years, and that of his son is 14 years. So present age of father is present age of father. Present age of father is 42 years. 42 years. Present age of son. Present age of son. It is 14 years. 14 years. So now we have to answer the questions. Here we have the 4 questions are there. The first which, find the ratio of present age of father to the present age of son. Find the ratio of present age of father to the present age of son. So present age of son, present age of father to son. Father to present age of son. So what is the present ages? Father it is 42 years, son it is 14 years. Yes. 2 sevens are 14, 2 twos are 4, 2 ones are 2, 7 ones are 7, 7 threes are 21. Therefore what is the ratio? Yes, it is 3:1. That is the ratio of age of father to the age of son is, that is present age of son is, how much it is? Present age of son it is 3:1. Now leave it. Age of the father to the age of son when son was 12 years old. Son, here the son was what? 12 years old. Age of son. Age of son is 12 years. When he is 12 years old. When he was 12, the son was 12 years. Present age of son is 14 years. So when he was 12 years old means 2 years less. Then what is the age of father? He also will be 2 years less. That is 2 years less means what we will do? Yes, we will subtract. 42 minus 2, it will be what? 40. Age of father. Age of father. It will be 42 minus 2, that is 40 years. Now find the age of father to the age of son. Find the age of father to the age of son. Father to son. Father now how many years? 40 years. And son it is 12 years. Yes. 4 threes are 12. 4 ones are 4. 4 zeros are 0. That is 10:3. 10:3. Now we have the C bit here. Find the ratio of age of father after 10 years to that of age of son after 10 years. Now after 10 years means from their present age after 10 years. What is the age of father? Yes, father will be 42 plus 10, that is 52 years. 52 years. Father will be 52 years. Then son will be how many years? After 10 years. His present age is 14 years. 14 plus 10, it is 24 years. 24 years. Now find the age of ratio of age of father to age of son. Age of father it is 52 years. 24. Now 3 eggs are 24. Sorry, not with 3. So it will go with the 2 table. 2 ones are 2. 2 twos are 4. Then 2 twos are 4. 2 sixes are 12. Then 2 sixes are 12. 2 ones are 2. 2 threes are 6. 2 threes are 6. Or 4 sixes are 12. 4 13s are 52. Therefore, what is the ratio? It is 13 is to 6. 13 is to 6 is the ratio. Next we have the D bit is there. Find the ratio of the age of father to the age of son when father was 30 years old. Father is 30 years old. The age of father is 42 years. Present age it is 42 years. When he is 30 years old means 12 years less than 12 years before. 12 years before. So 12 years before father age is how much it is? 30 years. Similarly 12 years before what is the age of son? 14 minus 12 it is 2 years. Now father age is how much? 30 years. Father age is 30 years. When father is 30 years old, son's age will be 14 minus 12, that is 2 years. 2 years. Now, age of father to the age of son. Age of father to the age of son, that is 30 is to 2. 30 is to 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 15s are 20. Therefore, what is the ratio? 15 is to 1. 15 is to 1 is the ratio of age of father when he is 30 years to the age of son when he was 2 years old. Is it clear, children? Yes. Yes, I hope you understand today's concept. That is the problems which we solved from exercise number 12.1, and your homework is exercise number 12.1, question number 3, 5, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Complete the given homework in the notebook, and thank you very much.